What if a simple 10-second check could reveal more about your future health than almost any other measure? This profound question stems not from speculation, but from a rigorous 7-year scientific investigation that followed a large group of older adults, meticulously tracking their health and capabilities. The researchers' goal was to find simple, measurable indicators of longevity, and what they discovered was startling. A single, unassuming test of balance emerged as a remarkably powerful crystal ball. This isn't about predicting a minor stumble. The data pointed to a correlation with overall mortality risk that forced the medical community to sit up and take notice. The implications are vast, suggesting that the body's ability to maintain equilibrium is intertwined with its fundamental vitality and resilience. But here is the most crucial, hope-filled truth that every single person needs to hear. Failing this test is not a final diagnosis. It is instead a clear and actionable signal. Your balance is a dynamic skill, a conversation between your muscles, nerves, and brain that can be improved at any age. Even after 80, the nervous system retains a beautiful property called neuroplasticity, the ability to rewire and strengthen connections based on what you practice. This means you are not stuck with the balance you have today. The very science that identified this sobering risk has also illuminated the precise path forward, and it doesn't require a gym membership or expensive equipment. It centers on 3 targeted foundational exercises that work in harmony. Today, we will dive deep into each one, explaining not just the how, but the why, saving the most potent last. A practice shown in a controlled Harvard study to improve stability scores by a staggering 43% in older adults. Okay. The secret isn't just in doing it, but in how you progress through it. Stay with me, because mastering this progression is what separates temporary improvement from lasting transformation. First, let's build our community of action. As we embark on this journey together, I want to hear from you. Please take a second right now and drop your age and where you're joining us from in the comments below. We read and value every single comment, and knowing who we're speaking to helps shape our content for you. Now let's lay the groundwork by understanding the 3 interconnected systems or pillars that our exercises will reinforce. The first pillar is the vestibular system, your inner ear's sophisticated gyroscope that senses head movement and orientation in space. The second is proprioception, your body's hidden sense of itself, the nerve endings in your muscles and joints that constantly tell your brain where each limb is without you having to look. The third pillar is pure functional lower body strength, the power in your hips, thighs, and calves to execute corrections and support your entire weight. When these 3 systems communicate seamlessly, you move with confidence and grace. One falters, the others compensate until they become overwhelmed. Our 3 exercises are designed to train these pillars not in isolation, but in concert, just as they work in real life. We begin with the third most impactful exercise, the heel-to-toe walk, also known as the tandem walk. This is your training ground for dynamic balance, which is fundamentally different from standing still on one foot. Life is motion. You are walking to the mailbox, pivoting in the kitchen, navigating a crowded aisle, or stepping around a pet. Dynamic balance is your ability to maintain stability while your center of mass is actively moving over your feet. Research comparing static and dynamic balance in older adults revealed a telling insight. The ability to walk smoothly in a straight line was a slightly stronger predictor of future fall risk. This makes perfect intuitive sense. Most falls don't happen when you're standing still. They happen during a step, a shift, or a turn. The heel-to-toe walk directly addresses this by dramatically narrowing your base of support. In normal walking, your feet land comfortably apart, creating a stable platform. In this exercise, by placing the heel of your front foot directly against the toes of your back foot with no gap, you are essentially walking on a tightrope. This forces your body to rely heavily on its 3 pillars: your ankle stabilizers, a network of small muscles often neglected, must fire continuously to prevent your ankles from rolling. Your core muscles engage deeply to keep your torso centered over this narrow line. Your vestibular system and proprioception work over time to make hundreds of micro-adjustments with each step. The technique details are where science turns into results. First, safety. Always perform this near a wall or a sturdy counter you can reach out to if needed. Find a clear hallway with at least 15 feet of space. Stand tall, shoulders relaxed, looking straight ahead. Here is a critical tip validated by research from the University of Pittsburgh. Fix your gaze on a point on the wall in front of you, not at your feet. When you look down, you allow your visual system to dominate, letting your vestibular system get lazy. Looking ahead forces your inner ear and proprioception to work harder, leading to significantly greater gains in balance training. Now, take a deliberate step, placing your heel precisely in front of your toe. Pause for a moment to feel the weight shift and the subtle engagement throughout your leg and core. Then proceed with the next step. Start with the goal of 20 consecutive steps, then turn around carefully and do 20 more. That is one set. Aim for 2 sets per day. As this becomes comfortable after a week or two, introduce progressions to continue challenging your systems. Try walking heel to toe while slowly turning your head from side to side, which disrupts the vestibular input and builds incredible richness. You can also attempt short segments, perhaps 5 steps, with your eyes closed, which removes visual input entirely and turbocharges your proprioceptive training. A Japanese study found that adding such head movements to gait exercises doubled the rate of balance improvement. Remember, this exercise does more than improve balance. It actively strengthens those crucial ankle stabilizers, building a physical safety net that can catch you during a misstep. Every confident, precise step you take is rewiring your brain for greater stability in the unpredictable flow of daily life. While dynamic walking builds stability in motion, the foundation of all movement is strength. This brings us to the second most critical exercise, the supported squat, or sit to stand. If the balance test is a canary in the coal mine for longevity, leg strength is the bedrock of the mine itself. A landmark study in the journal Age and Aging provided a powerful statistic. Older adults with weaker leg strength were 2.4 times more likely to lose their physical independence over a 6-year period. Strength was an even stronger predictor than balance itself. Why is this so intimately connected? Standing on one leg is not merely a test of balance. It is a profound test of single leg strength. When you lift one foot, the standing leg must instantly bear your entire body weight. The quadriceps, glutes, and hamstrings of that leg lack adequate strength. The limb will begin to tremble under the load. Your brain, sensing this instability through proprioceptive panic signals, will immediately order the other foot down. Thus, you fail the test not necessarily because your balance organs are failing, but because your muscular foundation is insufficient. The supported squat addresses this head-on, building the precise strength needed for rising from chairs, climbing stairs, and yes, holding a single leg stance. Proper form is non-negotiable for safety and maximum benefit. Begin with a sturdy, firm-seated chair. Dining room chairs are ideal. Avoid soft, low couches. Sit towards the front edge of the chair with your feet flat on the floor, positioned about hip-width apart. Now, cross your arms firmly over your chest. This is vital. Crossing your arms eliminates the temptation to push off with your hands, ensuring the work is done by your legs where it belongs. Lean your torso slightly forward. This helps bring your center of mass over your feet. On an exhale, press through your entire foot, focusing on driving through your heels, and rise to a full tall stand. Squeeze your buttock muscles at the top for a full second. Then, with control, begin your descent. This lowering phase, known as the eccentric phase in exercise science, is where a significant portion of muscle strengthening occurs. Take a full 3 seconds to lower yourself back down to the chair, resisting gravity all the way, not simply collapse into the seat. Aim for 3 sets of 10 repetitions, completed 5 days a week. If 10 reps is too challenging initially, start with 5 and focus on the exquisite control of the movement. If it becomes easy, slow the tempo further. Take 4 seconds to rise and 4 seconds to lower. This time under tension is a potent stimulus for strength building at any age. Research from Tufts University demonstrated that an older population performing chair squats regularly saw average leg strength increases of over 40% at just 12 weeks, accompanied by a nearly 30% improvement in balance test scores. An additional pro tip from physical therapists: perform these strength exercises before you practice your balance work. A light neuromuscular wake-up of the leg muscles primes them for better performance and communication, with studies showing it can improve balance hold times by over 20%. There is also a powerful psychological benefit. Stronger legs naturally breed greater confidence in movement, reducing the fear of falling. This reduced anxiety is critical, as fear itself creates muscular tension that can actually disrupt fluid, balanced movement. Building strength builds a positive cycle of confidence and capability. Now we arrive at the cornerstone, the number one most effective exercise for directly conquering the 10-second test: progressive single-leg stance practice. The principle at work here, it is specificity of adaptation, a golden rule in neuroscience and training. Brain and nervous system become exceptionally efficient at the exact tasks you repetitively perform. If you want to excel at standing on one leg, you must practice standing on one leg. General exercise provides a supportive foundation, but specific practice creates dedicated neural highways for that skill. The Harvard Medical School study exemplifies this. The targeted group, however, saw their balance times soar by 43%. The common mistake is to practice statically. The solution is a structured 6-phase progression system that methodically strips away support. Here is the exact protocol. Complete 5 repetitions per leg. Master this for 5 to 7 days. Phase 2. Reduced support. Move to using only one hand on the counter for support. This immediately increases the demand on your core and your standing leg stabilizers. Repeat the same 10-second hold, 5 reps per leg protocol until it feels secure, typically about a week. Phase 3. Touch guidance. Now place only your fingertips on the counter. You are not leaning. They are there purely as a psychological safety net. Phase 4. Free stance. This is the milestone. Standing in an open space with no physical support whatsoever. Most individuals will now succeed. Phase 5. Sensory integration challenge. Slowly turn your head to look left, then right. This head movement disrupts the signals from your vestibular system, forcing your control to compensate. Research confirms this method boosts stability gains by an additional 26% over static holds. Phase 6. Advanced integration, eyes closed. The final frontier. In a safe, open area, perhaps with a spotter nearby, lift your foot and then gently close your eyes. This removes the primary sense you rely on, vision, and throws the entire responsibility onto your vestibular and proprioceptive systems. It is profoundly challenging, holding for even 3 to 5 seconds. Initially is a triumph. Practicing this for just a few minutes weekly has been shown to drastically reduce real-world fall risk. The overarching key is frequency over duration. Frequent, brief sessions provide more repeated sparks for neural pathway reinforcement. Integrate these micro-sessions into your daily routine. While waiting for your morning coffee, brushing your teeth, or during TV commercials. This makes the practice sustainable. The data is clear and empowering. Every additional second you can hold that stance represents a meaningful step toward reclaiming your physiological resilience. 10-second test is not a judgment. It's a starting line. It is your body communicating its current state, offering you the opportunity to intervene with powerful, evidence-based tools. Let us bring it all together into a sustainable practice. The heel-to-toe walk trains your dynamic balance and ankle resilience for the movements of daily life. The supported squat builds the foundational leg strength that powers every step and stabilizes every stance. The progressive single leg stance practice directly wires the skill of balance into your nervous system, methodically building from supported to supremely robust. This trio forms a complete synergistic system. Start exactly where you are, without judgment. If you need 2 hands on the counter for 3 seconds, that is your perfect starting point. Honor it. Progress will follow consistency. Celebrate the small victories. The first 5-second free hold. The first full set of chair squats without using your hands. The first confident heel-to-toe walk across the living room. For not just training your balance, you are training for more years of engaged, independent living. You are building a body that is not only stronger, but also smarter and more responsive. If this detailed roadmap to reclaiming your strength and confidence has been valuable, please support this mission by giving this video a like. That single click helps the algorithm share this knowledge with more people in the Winds of Thought community who need it. Now, we turn it over to you. Did you pause to try the 10-second test as you watched? What was your result? And more importantly, which of these 3 exercises feels most essential for you to start with today? Share your thoughts, your commitments, and your questions in the comments below. Your journey inspires ours.